Today we're going to talk about equations with multiplying fractions. To get us started, I want to give you a basic example that you're already familiar with. If you have 5x equals 20, what you would say is this is 5 times x, so you want to divide by 5 on both sides, right? In order to get x by itself. So you would say, okay, we have 5 divided by 5, 20 by 5. 5 divided by 5 gives us 1x, which we know is just x, okay? And then 20 divided by 5 gives us 4, and there's our answer. We're going to take the same concept to problems that involve equations with multiplying fractions. So let's say you have 2/3 x equals 5/9. So what you want to do is you want to take the same concept and you say, okay, well, this is 2/3 times x, so in order to undo 2/3, I must divide by 2/3. So I'm going to divide on the left, and I'm going to divide on the right. Now I'm going to explain how this cancels out and leaves you with x in just a minute. But let's go ahead and focus on the right side. This is 5/9 divided by 2/3. So what you have here is, and you've learned this in previous courses, the way you divide fractions is you multiply by the reciprocal. So you would say, well, x equals 5/9 times 3/2. You could multiply straight across to give you 15/18, which simplifies to divide by 5 is, divide by 3 is 5. Divide by 3 is 6. Okay. Or from the beginning, you said, oh, well, let's cross simplify. There's 1 and 3. You would say 5 times 1 gives you 5, and 3 times 2 gives you 6. And there's your answer, x equals 5/6. Okay. Let's do another example. All right, so get number 2. We'll say -4/7 x equals 8/14. Again, you see -4/7 x this is being multiplied by x. So we're going to divide by 4/7, divide by -4/7. Sorry. When you do that, you're really saying 8/14 divided by -4/7. And when you do that, you want to say 8/14 times 7/-4, because when you divide, you multiply by the reciprocal. Again, you can cross simplify. Divide by 7 is 1. Divide by 7 is 2. Divide by -4 is -1. Divide by 4 is 2. So 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times -1 is -2, and that actually simplifies again to give us x equals -1. So let's go back for a minute to show you what happens right here, because I want to highlight this right here. How does that actually leave us with just x right here? Well, I'm going to take this over here and say, well, we have 2/3 divided by 2/3. Okay, or let's say 2/3 x, but so you have 2/3 times 3/2, which leaves you with 6/6, which is just 1. And we have an x up there, so we'll put an x right here, and that just leaves with x. Or you could say, when you're doing this, oh, the 3's cancel out to give you 1 and 1. The 2's cancel out to give you 1 and 1. So what you'll notice is, on both these problems, you're going to divide by 2/3, which means you ultimately multiply by 3/2. Because when you divide fractions, you multiply by the reciprocal. Again, right here, you say -4/7 divided by -4/7. And what that looks like over here is -4/7 divided by -4/7, which is -4/7 times 7/-4. Again, that leaves you with -28/-28, which leaves you with 1. Again, these cancel out if you want to cross reduce, and these cancel out. That's why I said this is similar to when we look at a problem like this up here, when we say 5x equals 20, and we say, well, 5 divided by 5 gives us 1x, which is just x. So my point is this. If you see a problem that looks like this, where you have 5/6x equals 2/3, because you know that you're going to divide by 5/6, instead of dividing, you can automatically from the beginning multiply by the reciprocal on both sides. The way you'll know you're doing it right is if you can cross out your 6's and your 5's and you're left with just x. And then again, you go straight across, or you can cross simplify. You can go 12 over 15, which simplifies. Divided by 3 is 4, divided by 3 is 5. I'll leave you with one more example, and you can feel free to pause this to restart it. Let's say we go, okay, negative 7 over 3p equals 3/10. Again, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal to get rid of this. These cancel out. We're left with p. Multiply by the reciprocal over here. 3 times 3 is 9. 10 times negative 7 is negative 70. And that's how you solve equations by multiplying fractions.